guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about GLP-1 peptides, how to start smart, beat the runs and keep your muscle whilst training in the gym in a very sensible and health appropriate fashion. Anyway, well, where do we start? I mean, what we're going to cover today. This is what we're going to cover today. The smartest way to start so you don't hate life in week one. How to crush the side effects, especially the diarrhea. The exact full body resistance training program that I actually recommend to my clients. Some sensible little hacks and lifestyle things you can implement along the way. So I'm going to drop some real studies below in the description as well, just to support my claims. If any of you do want further reading, please feel free to check it out there. Now, before I get started, remember to stay hydrated. Pepsi Max, caffeine free. Delightful, absolutely delightful. Anyway, I'm not your doctor, I'm just a carnivore nutritionist, and, well, happen to be running different peptides to try and stay lean, stay jacked, as you Americans call it. And if your toilet is now thrown, welcome, you're in the right place. Got a lot of experience with this one. So, anyway, where do we start? I mean, the smartest way, in my opinion, to start these things, not medical advice again, would be, in my opinion, if I was using them, or my lab rat, or kangaroo, would be week 1 and week 2, lowest possible dosages. So that might be something like 0.25 milligrams of Semaglutide, or 2.5 milligrams of Tirzepatide, or Retatrutide. You can start lower, it's up to you. If you're not sure, you've had experience with different things before and you think, I'm the sort of person getting a lot of side effects, just start lower. Half what I've already said. You know, you do that over a 1 week span. So 0.25 Semaglutide, and 2.5 Tirzepatide to Retatrutide. You may start there, it's up to you. Now, typically in the studies, they increase the dosages every 4 to 8 weeks. They just titrate it up to be uniform with what they're trying to find in regards to the outcome in relationship to different dosages. Problem is, the human body, our human bodies, mine, yours, totally different. So I might use, for example, 2 milligrams of Tirzepatide. You get the same appetite suppressant noise reduction effects that my girlfriend Jo uses on 10 milligrams of Tirzepatide. Those things are different reasons. Maybe it's inflammation, maybe it's for weight loss, diabetes control, or blood glucose management. Either way, we always hit different things. Different dosages can be helpful for different items on your goal list. Anyway, increase the dosage, in my opinion, if you can, if you need to, only if you need to, every 2 to 4 weeks. And when I say increased dosage, I don't mean double it, guys. I mean, if you're doing 1 milligram of Tirzepatide a week, get to it for a few weeks, does it wear off? Do you sort of feel hungry still? 1.5 milligrams maybe, you know, something like that. So 0.5 to 1 milligrams of those kind of Tirzepatide, Retatrutide medications. The Semaglutide might start at 0.25, might do that for quite a long time, might go up to 0.5 maybe. It's very individual. These things do have different mechanisms of action, but the main one that you all incorporate is the GLP-1 appetite suppression effects. So if you're having issues with these, so you might find that, you know, day 2, so you might start Monday, day 2 you got the runs, day 3 you got the runs, it's not well, you're not tolerating well, feel nauseous, gut issues hit hard, there we go. What I'd probably suggest in that instance is actually cutting down to 2 smaller injections. The reason why they did not do this in the studies was because it's a pain in the backside, or your thigh or abdomen, depending where you inject it, to do lots of injections. They wanted something that people could easily adhere to, which kind of matches the half-life of these drugs, which is typically, for most people, about 5 to 6 days. So, you know, you're going to get saturation point by about week 4 to 6 of the dosage that you're using. So bear in mind, these things do build up in your system as well. So that's why I say don't initially increase the dosage massively, but that's up to you. So what I might suggest is doing is take your first dose on, I don't know, Monday night. Any side effects that hit might be throughout the early part of the week. They're not going to ruin your weekend. And by the time it's actually gone out of your system, if you want to go out and go to the party and the weekend and celebrate a family, you've not got the runs, you're not struggling. So start early in the week if you know that you've got things at the back end of the week. Now, the next part, crushing the side effects. So here's what actually does help, especially for diarrhea, and the most common complaint. So zinc, carnosine. Zinc will help with increasing the, I don't know, the capacity that the stomach can tolerate things. Zinc is a repair mineral. It's essentially involved in protein synthesis, so the breakdown and repair of tissues in your body, specifically protein tissues. Carnosine element of it will help it repair the endothelial function, or improve it at least, so you're not going to get as much damage from the runs itself. Another one, it might be that you're not digesting food well, so it's just going straight through, you're not absorbing these nutrients that you're eating. So it might be a high dose of betaine hydrochloride. High, relative term, again. Might also include pepsin with that. I'm looking at, for most people, to just try, when these symptoms do hit, 1 capsule of 650 milligrams of betaine hydrochloride and pepsin, which is about 50 milligrams, I believe, with 1 meal. Try it with the first meal. At least you know at night time, if it does have a opposing reaction that you'd probably hope for, at least then by bedtime, it's left your system. But these things will help increase the stomach acidity, which means it'll help break down the food you're taking in, because certain enzymes in your gut will require a certain amount of acidity in order to be activated. So protease enzymes are activated in a very acidic environment. The quick test you can do to identify this is, you can put a bit of bread in your mouth, you'll know, okay, that breaks down quite fast. Now do the same thing, but put, I don't know, a bit of chicken breast in your mouth. You'll see your chicken breast will sit there for ages and ages and ages. And that is due to the lower concentration or pH level of the mouth. If that makes sense. The enzymes in your mouth are at a lower concentration in regards to the pH level, so you can't break down proteins easily, hence why you have to chew things and cut things up. Now, the next one. What you might do is you might use the zinc carnosine, for example. You might use that with your biggest steak meal if you're eating steak. Do 1 dose a day, perhaps. No effect in terms of benefit in breaking down food. Try 2 a day. And also, if you're taking anything like omega-3 as well, that can cause some people issues. Certain oils can cause people issues as well, so you might use less of that as well. So if anything, you might even suggest just splitting up the dosage. If you're using MCT oil, omega-3 oil, fish oil, if you use, say, a tablespoon each day, maybe use half a tablespoon twice a day to split it up. Give your gastric system a bit of a break, if that makes sense. So split things up a bit if you can, that might help. The next one is the nausea and the slow stomach emptying. Not really my advice, not saying I'd suggest long term, but you can eat smaller, more frequent meals. Something like a ginger tea or ginger chews can help as well. They're a natural remedy which you can use, which contains something called gingerol, which is quite a potent anti-inflammatory, an antioxidant, and it also helps reduce nausea symptoms anecdotally. Next one, the muscle loss. This is the thing which is largely responsible actually for your metabolic rate. So what a lot of people say is, I don't want to get a Ozempic face, I don't want to lose all this extra weight. It's like, well, that's fine, fair enough. You just want to lose fat. I mean, who wants to lose muscle? No one. What's the benefit? There's no benefit. I mean, you have to eat less food, you're less strong, high risk of sarcopenia. So what you might actually do in that instance is increase your protein intake. And also, you might actually add some resistance training. So I can go over that in a second as well. People typically in GLP-1s will see about a loss of maybe 20 to 40% of the total weight that they lose coming from a lean mass. So that's why it's critical to keep this on your body. I mean, if you're just losing weight for the sake of losing weight, you're not going to look better or feel better for it. You might actually feel worse. So there we go. So now I'm going to explain the training side of things. So I've got some clips on my channel. If you want a bit of an exercise playlist, I've got something called Exercise Playlist on my YouTube channel, which you'll find quite easily. It's got quite a few, lots of videos which are well narrated, which explain how to do each exercise safely. And that's key, especially if you're on a GLP-1, you might be dealing with autoimmune disease, you might be dealing with poor joints, anything like that. So this is a safe way to do it. So this is me, Jonathan, speaking, carnivore nutritionist and national level bodybuilder, saying, well, do things carefully. And I know things about that because I live with spine disease and CRPS, which is the most painful condition known to man. So there's no excuse for you guys. Unless you've got no limbs, I can't really sympathize. You know, I'm still getting in there doing it, so you can too. Now, my methodology for training is based around primarily resistance machines, just because I believe they're the evolutionary adaptation or progression from free weights. They say, oh, but you can build more functional strength with free weights. Tell me in life, when are you going to be doing a bench press with a bar? Probably not. You're probably pushing something, you might be pushing something up the stairs, you might be trying to lift something off the floor, turn the bed round. I can't do that anymore. I'm fucked. But you know, you get what I mean. It has to be something which you can actually use and safely and find a way to standardize your technique, which strict form, and progress over time. So what you might do is, here's the protocol: 1 to 4 non-consecutive training days per week. So it might be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. You might then take a day off. That next week you can even do 3 sessions. It's not that you have to do this exact Monday I'll do this, Wednesday I'll do this. It's better to go by feel, but anticipate that it is challenging when you first start. So understand the difference between being fearful and being consciously aware. So just make sure you identify which one it is. You should be consciously aware that you're not going to overtrain, which is important. So I say sessions typically 30 minutes to an hour. We're looking at something called slow burn training, which I didn't invent, but I do use a lot of those principles in my training itself. So what we're looking at is 5 to 10 second pushing, 5 to 10 seconds pulling. So 5, 10 up, 5, 10 down, depends on what exercise you do. What I like to specialize in is doing it safely and being conscious of the turnaround. So when you're pushing a weight, the turnaround is effectively the point where you're trying to oppose the movement you've just done. So turnaround is the bottom of the bench press or the top of the bench press. What I suggest to people is find a range of motion which is safe, which you can repeatedly do and progress from over time with more load. Okay, so typically, again, this is just a guideline. It's not a hard individual sort of plan, but if you are interested in custom plans, I do make them for individual people, and they're very affordable guys. You can check them out on the website carnivoremuscle.com, and I go through your stats, your history, your diet, and I'll actually make a training plan exactly specified for you, all customized, no AI crap. So it's all written by me personally. Now, what I suggest is something like maybe 5 to 8 different exercises per session. Again, you can do less. It's not going to break the bank. You're not going to get worse results necessarily. Then 2 to 3 sets per exercise. If you're an advanced trainer, you can actually do less sets because you can work at a higher level of intensity. Now, what I'm going to say is perform repetitions in a timed fashion. So get your phone like so. I've got a giant crack in it at the moment. Oh, it's a picture of Joe. Sweet, isn't she? Yeah. So you can take it. You have to get your phone, start a stopwatch or get a timer. Might be a 5-second countdown. Then go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, or 10 seconds, whatever you prefer. 5 and 10 seconds will produce equal results, in my opinion. Just one's a bit slower, therefore a bit safer. But not everyone wants to train as slowly as I do because I'm a bloody sloth. So there we go. So we're looking at 1 to 4 non-consecutive training sessions per week, 2 to 3 sets per exercise. Unless you're very advanced, you may do 1. And we're counting the time under tension. So we're looking at maybe, again, very individual, but largely speaking, 6 to 10 repetitions. So for a lot of people on a GLP-1 journey, perhaps on a carnivore diet even, that would be quite helpful because it helps reduce the inflammation you'd get alongside your diet and medical interventions, peptides, things like that. So what we're looking at here in regards to the repetition amount, 6 to 10 repetitions, we're looking at something like 60 to 120 seconds per set. So about 1 minute to 2 minutes per set. Broad outline, I'd suggest working at the high end of the range because you've got more time to understand and learn the movement. Because if you're doing something for twice the amount of time, you've got twice the amount of... Help me out, guys, what am I trying to say? You've got twice the amount of opportunities to learn the skill that is training. Training is a skill, otherwise we'd all be really good at it. Which is why to get a certain level of muscle mass, you have to progress over time. So aim to increase the weight over time, but don't get mad if you can't. It's quite individual. Not everyone gets really strong really fast, so just be patient with it. There's some other things you can include as well, but I'd probably stay clear of those for right now. I can advise you in a personalized custom consultation setting if you're looking for a bit more specialization in that regard, but focus on main compound movements, ideally machines if you have access to them. You may prefer just to do squats because you enjoy doing them. That's fine too. Not a massive problem. Now, the next thing as well is kind of like the daily stuff. So I like to look at the daily step count. So with a client I work with, not always, but sometimes if I know perhaps they habitually do too much or too little, I might try and steer them in the way of going in the middle ground sort of thing. So if I know someone's got a very sedentary lifestyle, they live at home, they've got no pets, no dogs to walk, might do 1,000 steps a day. I might actually try and get them to do 3,000, 4,000. Just they're outside for a bit longer each day, perhaps more sunlight, they feel better hormonal response and circadian rhythm, so that'll be quite helpful. that's something I'd certainly recommend. Then on the flip side, if you're doing too much, that can be a problem. If you like doing it, not necessarily a bad thing. But you don't want to get to a point where you're using exercise as the primary lever for the weight loss. It is perhaps going to make up maybe 10, 15, maybe 20% of your total weight loss or fat loss efforts. So I'd rather see someone be very adherent with the diet than very adherent with the training, because you get more bang for your buck per unit of time, effort. That makes sense if you ask me. Anyway, so studies have shown actually that the sunlight exposure can improve diet outcomes. This is actually through better leptin signaling, enhanced recovery, and deeper sleep. So morning and midday light actually helps regulate circadian rhythms and reduces the hunger and dysregulation on restrictive diets or restricted diets. So regular outdoor light exposure is actually also linked to a better mood, lower inflammation, and improved sleep quality. This is all very critical when you're trying to do something drastic like lose a good amount of body fat, excess body weight, effectively. So yes, you can still get jacked while your stomach thinks it's on a permanent vacation. Just add some sunshine. Your leptin will thank you. It's a hormone that signals that your body's full, and your gains won't actually ghost you. So there we go. Anyway, hopefully that's been useful to you guys. And if you would actually like to subscribe to my channel, I do also have a membership section, and you can access free audiobooks. And I've also got a 90-minute free full carnivore diet documentary. It was the first one ever made and released to public for free. Also check that out on my channel. May link that below if you just hit me with a comment. But let me know what you're doing for your GLP-1 journey. What do you find useful? Have you found any sort of remedies for losing body fat? Have you found that certain dosages worked well for you? Have you found that certain tools or hacks, supplements have been useful for you? Let me know. Drop a comment below. Other than that, thanks very much for watching, and I'll catch up with you guys soon. Cheers and enjoy the rest of your day.
Build muscle and lose fat on the carnivore diet.